Buckle up your pant legs, zip up your hats, plaid up your vestments, and pop a little cricket in your hood. It's time for Sounds About Light, a podcast about Kingdom Hearts. I'm Sam.
I'm Drew.
Whoa. Sorry, I'm being attacked by flies.
What?
There's a bunch of flies. Okay.
thought
that's not lore.
For a minute I thought you were doing a bit about, I was like, I looked away from the screen a couple times. Were there flies in this week's episode?
Yes, we went to the Banjo-Kazooie level.
Went to the
flies.
The big old trash pile.
I realized I was thinking about ants. None of this makes sense. No, there were just some flies in real life.
Okay, well, I'm glad that they didn't get you.
They did.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah, we have to finish this up so I can go to the hospital.
Okay. All right, we'll hurry up.
So this week we're going to Fly's World. We start in the gummy ship from Disney's Flies. We start in the gummy ship. Sora gets a call from Chip and Dale, and this is where they learn that they have lost contact with Mickey and Riku. Oh no.
Oh no.
It is kind of weird that we just left that hanging for the entire Big Hero 6 world.
Yeah, well, they didn't know. We did, but they didn't know.
It was just very painful for us.
It is. I thought Mickey was dead forever.
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyway, a character that I definitely remembered was still in this game shows up. It's our good friend Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jiminy Cricket, I think this is his least helpful contribution of all time, which is that Sora's phone starts ringing and Jiminy pops up and says, "Someone's calling us on the phone."
And I was like, yes, I remembered that you exist. Thanks, Jiminy.
I guess, he did say he was going to teach Sora how to use the phone, so...
Yeah, you have to answer it when somebody calls you.
I mean, the first time it called, I think Sora was going to just, smash it on the floor, so Jiminy's doing his job.
Cut it in half with this keyblade.
Chip and Dale explain that Mickey was able to get to the Realm of Darkness only because he has a Keyblade of Darkness. And Sora says, well, I will let my heart be my guiding key. Classic. Mm-hmm. And he opens a gate, and I do think it's kind of funny that after all the time in this game that Sora has spent begging to help Mickey and Riku in the Realm of Darkness and being told, no, you can't, the moment that Mickey is in any trouble, Donald and Goofy are like, it doesn't matter, just do it!
Yeah, now we just get a double Deus Ex Machina here.
Yeah, that's Kingdom Hearts.
That is Kingdom Hearts, for sure.
We'll never escape from Deus Ex Machina.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, Sora, by the way, is picking up on that. He's like, yeah, you didn't want me to know how to go to the Realm of Darkness until it was convenient for you. Thanks, guys. But they go to the Destiny Islands through the gate. We have to assume that Sora sits down for dinner with his mom off screen.
Yeah, that's my assumption. Yeah.
He's like, oh, we're back. Well, I might as well go see my family and friends.
Maybe I should check in at school. I don't know if I'm still enrolled.
See if anyone has been taking notes on the classes I've missed. Oh, how many years?
Oh, man, I haven't signed any yearbooks. Who's going to tell me to stay cool over the summer?
That would be Waka.
Oh, yeah. You don't want that one, though. That's social suicide if you let Waka sign your yearbook.
Yeah, do you think that Destiny Islands has just, normal kids?
No, I think they're all minor, and I guess sometimes major Final Fantasy characters, and then the kids we've seen.
That seems right.
Yeah.
They find Ericus's Keyblade, the Master's Defender, on the beach. I think the timeline here is a little bit confusing of why this is here.
Yeah, is this actually... I was confused. Is this just straight up Ericus's key, or is this the darkness version of his key?
This is Ericus's Keyblade.
So he just happens to have a Keyblade of Darkness, apparently.
That's a great question that I hadn't thought about. I think that Ericus's Keyblade is important and special.
Okay.
But we'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, I think the reason that it's here is that Aqua had it at the end of Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
And then during a fragmentary passage which took place in the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, she was lying on the beach in the Realm of Darkness, and as the world disappeared underneath her, she dropped the Keyblade. So I guess she fell deeper into darkness as the world was restored, but the Keyblade just stuck around on the beach, I think?
And no one's touched it till now, apparently.
Well, they do say in Kingdom Hearts 2, I think Selphie is like, hey, Kairi, do you want to go to the other island? Like, Tidus and Waka never want to go anymore.
It's because there's a scary key there.
There's a weird key.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Like, well, I don't know what's going on here. I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, those other weird kids that did the bad race aren't here anymore, so we'll just go home.
Also, I'm an actual Final Fantasy character, so if I touch that Keyblade, we're gonna have all sorts of problems.
Disney's lawyers will cease and desist me out of existence.
It'll immediately become incredibly muddled whose intellectual property this is.
That is interesting, though, because if his Keyblade is a Keyblade of Darkness, that means there is, like, a light counterpart out there somewhere.
Is that right? I don't know what Keyblade is.
Isn't that the whole thing that Mickey's key is, like, the Darkness version of Sora's key?
Oh, they did say that. Yeah, because it was, like, Mickey's Kingdom Key D was, like, the Kingdom Key attached to the Destiny Islands in the Realm of Darkness, I guess, and Sora's was the light one, I think.
Right.
Maybe. Still pretty unknown, but yeah, I guess that would mean. I don't know if Ericus's Keyblade is a Keyblade of Darkness, though. Well, I don't know. I guess we know there's light, darkness, and heart are the three kinds. So I guess it might be a Keyblade of Darkness.
I don't know. I'm not going to look at the wiki till like we're done with all this, so...
We'll find out in Missing Link, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
So... Yeah, Sora picks it up and just sort of instinctively points it toward the entrance of the famous cave, and it summons a door. This is a sweet moment where Sora is like, you guys wait here, and Donald and Goofy are very worried about him and make him promise to be good and come home nice and safe.
Yeah, that's sweet. It is also like, why can't they go? I mean, I guess they don't have the clothes, but why didn't anyone ever make them the clothes?
Why have we really should have been like, all right, Kairi, Lee, Donald, Goofy, you're gonna go train.
Yeah, I mean, I for whatever reason you won't give them Keyblades, but at least give them some clothes. It feels like it'd be useful even if you don't go to the Realm of Darkness, just to have some darkness-resistant clothing.
Yeah, one would think.
But
especially considering that darkness resistance is a very important stat in these games.
Yeah, but they're just serfs in Mickey's kingdom, so they can die.
That's right.
Yeah.
I do think it's also very funny that Sora is like, we don't know what's the status of Mickey and Riku. If I go down there and something happens to me, then you two are going to have to carry on without us. What a game that would be.
Well, I guess we don't have a Keyblade, and we're just stuck here on this island.
The end.
Yeah.
I would love to see Kingdom Hearts What If Donald and Goofy have to build a raft of their own to get off the island and find Yen Sid and be like, we need to figure out how to use Keyblades. Also, now we're down 3 Guardians of Light. We're up 2 for Donald and Goofy if Sora, Riku, and Mickey are all gone. So we're gonna have to get like Horus.
Find Zack somewhere, maybe.
Pretty sure that the end credits of Birth by Sleep imply that Zack is dead.
Oh, well, I guess that's canon.
I mean, I don't know what they were implying. I haven't played Crisis Core, but he like looks back at them and then disappears, and there's like a feather falling from above. I don't know. It felt like he died.
Yeesh.
But I don't know. Anyway, we go back to right after Mickey gets eaten by the Demon Tower. It forms a ball of darkness swirling in the air, and a shadowy figure jumps out of it and picks up Mickey's Keyblade. And it's Aqua, and she has white hair and yellow eyes and says, "You're too late," which was in the trailer, so they spoiled this for everybody.
This does explain why this Demon Tower was kicking their ass so bad, at least.
That Aqua was in it?
Yeah, because I was like, you guys have dealt with a bunch of these things. Why is this one so tough? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Hey, it's time. Finally. It's been so long. It's a real Crackpot Corner.
Yeah.
So, this is about Norting. Because for a very long time, we have kind of assumed that the yellow eyes and pointy ears are a sign of somebody becoming a vessel for Xehanort's heart. That's what Dream Drop Distance and some stuff in like Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 2 implied.
Mm-hmm.
But we see Aqua with yellow eyes here, and she was not Norted. Objectively, she wasn't. No matter what that ProZD video says.
Right, that was based on a trailer.
Yes. So she she did not become a vessel for Xehanort, but she still has the yellow eyes. But what she did have happen to her was that she sank into the Dark Margins abyss, into the ocean of the Realm of Darkness. Meanwhile, if we remember the beginning of this game, we saw a flashback scene with teenage Xehanort playing chess with Ericus, and he had gray eyes. So we can conclude from that the yellow eyes are not a sign of Xehanort, they're a sign of something else.
Yeah, it's like giving over your heart to darkness or something.
Perhaps. It's safe to say that the yellow eyes, in one way or another, are a sign of someone being corrupted by darkness. But we've seen a lot of people corrupted by darkness. We've seen Demode Riku, who had his normal eyes, Maleficent, normal eyes, Clayton, Frollo, they had their normal eyes when they were corrupted by darkness. The people that we've seen with yellow eyes, Xehanort, his vessels, Vanitas, and Aqua. So what if the yellow eyes are not a sign of darkness, but a sign of capital D darkness?
Oh,
what if there's something lurking deep underneath the water in the realm of darkness that corrupts people who fall in, like Aqua, maybe like Xehanort, maybe Xehanort went in there at one point, maybe it just slowly seeped into him in his time unprotected in the corridors of darkness, which we know happened. All that we can say for sure is that what we think of as quote-unquote Norting is not so much about Xehanort transplanting a piece of his own heart into a vessel. What if it's actually about Xehanort, in the process, transplanting the capital D darkness into the vessels?
God, and that would make sense because there were the people that got turned into like weird heartless by capital D darkness during the Unchained Key and stuff.
Oh, in Daybreak Town, yes.
Yeah. So we know capital D darkness can do stuff like that. Oh, man.
Aw, shucks. Is it down there in the ocean? I don't know.
Just a little cute guy that's mean.
Oh, you think it's Dark Chirithy?
Right, that's who capital D darkness was, right?
Was it?
I thought at one point he's like, I'm darkness. Or maybe I just assumed.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Maybe I just assumed that. Maybe I just assumed that Dark Chirithy was darkness.
Hi, Chirithy. Hi, darkness.
Hi, darkness.
Wait, no, that's backwards.
Because there was,
moving on.
I guess there was that one scene where Maleficent talked to capital D darkness, and I just assumed it was Dark Chirithy.
Maybe we'll get a little bit more information when we return to Union Cross.
Maybe.
A lot of this stuff is still unknown even to me, so we'll find out.
Okay.
Anyway, Aqua is mad. She says, you abandoned me down here for a decade, knowing what would happen to me. And Mickey, who is comically suspended in the darkness ball, says, it's all my fault. I'm sorry.
The saddest Mickey that's ever been rendered.
She says that she felt so hopeless and so lonely when no one came to save her. And Riku understands some of what she felt, having been lost in the darkness once. And she says that she's going to share her misery and despair with them. And Riku says, don't need it, got my own. And we see Riku's younger, darker self, or maybe Repliku, stand next to him and smile at Riku and disappear. And because this is Kingdom Hearts, I have no idea if that is supposed to mean anything or not.
I took this as him acknowledging, like, the leftover darkness in his heart and, like, making it part of himself.
I think that is probably what it was, but you never know with this game.
That's true. That's very, very true.
He summons his Keyblade and gets ready to fight Aqua, but unfortunately, the Ball of Darkness holding Mickey forms another Demon Tower, because we haven't fought enough of these, so we get to fight that. This one is also very powerful because Mickey's in the core, I guess.
Must be, yeah, it's siphoning the King's power. I gotta say, stepping back real quick, it's pretty, this game's getting very cool all of a sudden. It's super cool to be able to, like, just seamlessly transition into playing as Riku and stuff. Yeah,
and we, I won't spoil it just yet for anyone who doesn't know, but that happens again in a little bit with a different character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. We fight it, but we go into cutscene mode before Riku can defeat it. He's been worn down by the Demon Tower. He's so sick of fighting these things, and he's like, oh man, I wish Sora was here. And then the door from the Destiny Islands appears above them, and an especially triumphant arrangement of Sora's theme plays as he jumps down and cheerfully says, "I made it!"
Yeah, all the music in this part kicks ass. It's like really going for this whole part of the game.
It's really good, and I also really like, I don't know if it's an intentional callback, but this version of Sora's theme integrates Dearly Beloved when they form the combined Keyblade from Dream Drop Distance, and it goes into Dearly Beloved, which I think is a callback to the sound ideas, them playing Dearly Beloved together in the Fantasia world.
Oh, probably, yeah.
But yeah, they make their combined Keyblade. I do really like how the moment that Sora shows up, Riku is just completely re-energized. He's ready to go. You know, Sora's been feeling very down about himself throughout this game, but we all love Sora. Everyone loves Sora, especially Riku.
Yeah, and they get to do a sick little, like, team-up Dragon Ball Z yell and then blast Aqua.
Hell yeah. Sorry, Aqua, also. Or is it, I think it's the Demon Tower
they blast
that
the Demon Tower, that's right. Yeah.
They just accidentally kill Aqua. Whoops! We do get one of our favorite things, which is Mickey Mouse being harmed when he gets, like, hurled aside by the Demon Tower.
It seems like he took some of the blast.
Riku runs to Mickey, but Aqua launches herself toward him, ready to attack, but Sora jumps in and protects Riku. I do have to commend the person who recorded the footage for the channel of Gamer's Little Playground, or maybe, I don't remember whose channel this is.
It's Gamer's Little.
I think it's
Gamer's Little Playground, yeah.
Because they made sure to have Sora have the Kingdom Key equipped in this scene. There is a weird effect of this game, which is that there are 2 Keyblades that you're likely to have here just because they're the strongest Keyblades at this point. There's the Nano Arms from Big Hero 6, or I think it's called like the Wheel of Fate, maybe, from Pirates of the Caribbean. And those Keyblades are gigantic and completely block Sora's face in this cutscene.
Hell yeah, I love that.
So Sora blocks Aqua's attack and tries to talk her down, but he also explains to Riku that he was able to get here because of the Master's Defender. And Riku just looks at this Keyblade that he's never seen before and just says nothing.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
So Sora has a fight with Aqua while Riku protects Mickey. Something happens here in this boss fight that I think there's 2 ways you could read it. One that is generous and one that is cynical. And I'm curious which one you think. Here's the generous reading. The fact that Aqua's boss fight here is identical to the mirror Aqua fight from A Fragmentary Passage represents the fact that Aqua has been dragged so deep into the darkness that she has become the very worst version of herself that she was desperately trying to fight off in the mirror in A Fragmentary Passage. Cynical reading, they reused a boss fight so they didn't have to make a new one. What do you think?
I think it can be both.
I think it's both.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think that this is a criticism that gets leveraged at From Software games all the time, that they like reuse animations and bosses and stuff, and it's like, yeah, but that thematically works really well in their games. And also, why make something new when you have something cool and you can reuse it in like a new and slightly different way? I really don't get why people think this is lazy and not just like something that can be like it saved them some time, but it's also thematic.
Yeah, I do think it's both. I think it is cool, and I do remember playing this and getting here and being like, oh, I already did this.
Yeah, but not as Sora, though.
Not as Sora. He's got a slightly different moveset. I mean, it's a very different moveset, to be totally fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, he beats Aqua. The darkness is dispelled from her, but she starts to sink into the water again. And she's like, well, I'm fucked. But she's not, because Sora reaches in to grab her, and she takes his hand, like I think that's in the intro of A Fragmentary Passage. Spoilers.
I think so, yeah.
Well, great. Now I know Aqua's going to be okay. She wakes up on the beach, back on the Destiny Islands. She thinks that she sees Ventus and Terra standing over her, but of course it's Sora and Riku.
Yeah. No, I like when they do this. It's always, I mean, it's a little on the nose to be like, hey, remember how they're kind of the same? But still good.
Yeah. And she realizes where she is, and she's like, oh no, the Destiny Islands, they fell into the realm of darkness again. And Riku's like, nope, you're in the realm of light. And she feels the sun on her face and she starts crying, and Donald and Goofy jump hug her and yell, "You're home!" And it's very nice.
Has she met them before?
Yes.
Oh, she did? Okay, I don't remember.
Yeah, she went to Yensid's tower and met them a couple times.
Okay, but not like to the point where you would get a big hug.
Well, you know, they're fast friends. They have a mutual friend of Sora, I guess, so
true.
That's all it takes.
I did want to say, I think it's actually even a little bit better than Aqua thinking that Destiny Islands had fallen to darkness again. It's that she never realized that the Destiny Islands were restored to the Realm of Light. So she just is actually incredibly relieved to learn that, oh, I'm in the Realm of Light, and it's entirely surprising.
I also like the way that they communicate that, because they do a thing that video games, I think, became very scared of doing for a while, which is using the bloom effect.
Yeah, it looks good.
We used to be in peak bloom, and people got really mad about it. I would say rightfully so.
There was too much bloom.
There was way too much bloom. But I think this is a really nice use of it. It really emphasizes the warmth of the sunlight, and yeah, I thought this was it's nice to see bloom again, but used for an actual reason.
Not just to make your graphics card explode.
Although it does make me a little bit nostalgic for Oblivion, a game that every time I try to reinstall it and play it, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Actually, no, never mind.
Just leave it in your memory.
That's where it belongs. That's where it's best.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to Radiant Garden to a very funny pairing. It's our good friends Vexen and Demyx.
I didn't expect any of this, but I actually think this is pretty good.
They have a very strange and funny chemistry that I really like, because they are just so incompatible with each other.
But they need each other.
Yeah, we don't hear what Vexen says, but Demyx goes, "What?" And Vexen, grabs him by the face and covers his mouth and is like, "Quiet, you dunce!" Vexen explains that he has to leave whatever this is to Demyx, because they cannot let, quote, the Chosen, which I assume that's just the organization, catch wind of it. And Demyx is like, "Oh, because I got benched?" And Vexen yells, "I got benched too!"
It's so great. I love how Matt... It's funny because Vexen apparently is here because he's trying to make up for the stuff he has done, but he is also mad they didn't want him to be in the evil club anymore.
Yeah, I think it's a little of both.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say, without answering the question, at this point when I was playing originally, I absolutely did not trust Vexen one bit. Where are you at with that?
I think I trust him at this point. I mean, well, I guess actually after the next scene, I trust him.
Okay. But yeah, Demyx is like, "What's in it for me?" And Vexen says, "Forgiveness. Men of science like us can sometimes lose sight of what's important, but I have found a chance to atone for my actions by using my research to help someone." And Demyx just shrugs and's like, "I'm not a scientist." And he just turns to leave.
Yeah, what was Demyx's role in the research group?
Seemingly nothing.
I guess he played sitar in the corner for morale.
He was in the poker league.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there for morale, except for everybody who hated him, which, as I understand it, is basically everyone except, Roxas.
Oh, I was thinking about back when it was Ansem the Wise running things, what he was up to. Because I'm assuming he was part of that team.
No, so we learned from Xemnas that a bunch of the organization were the original apprentices.
Oh, right. That's why people think he's the part of the reason why people think he might be Master of Masters. Got it.
The ancient Keyblade legacy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Demyx is like, "We barely know each other. I got nothing to do with this." But Vexen very cartoonishly beckons him over and whisper, 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 whisper. And Demyx is like, "What?" Vexen says it was all his idea. He wants to atone too, but he's one of the chosen, so his hands are tied. Any guesses?
Syx is my guess. My second guess would be Marluxia, but I think it's probably Syx.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Vexen's he's like, "Yes, it's true. We are not friends. No one would ever imagine us talking to each other." And Demyx is like, "Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll work with you."
He says, "Yeah, baby, sign me up." And then he says, "Yes, Demyx time."
Demyx time. His classic catchphrase?
Yeah, I think it's maybe a little better than got it memorized.
Demix, give it up. You will never be as popular as Axel.
Got it. Demix time?
Yeah, so Demix, basically the turning point for him is that he will have a chance to do something and it doesn't involve fighting. So he's like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, it's fun. Or
unless he's the Master of Masters.
Unless he's Master of Masters, and this is just exactly where he needed to be.
Exactly.
Because he saw the future.
We go back to Ansem's lab. Ienzo is here. He's starting to worry about their goal of saving Roxas. He's like, we've almost finished reconstructing his heart, but we have nowhere to put it. And he says, bodies don't grow on trees, Ienzo. And then Demix just walks through a corridor of darkness holding a body.
It looks super creepy.
It does, because it's a replica, but it's basically a body bag.
Yeah, it's like in a white sheet, but it looks kind of like a cocoon. It's not great.
Yeah, we also like only see just like a little bit of the blank replica itself, just enough to be like pretty weird to look at.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh, Ienzo also mumbles something to himself about the backup plan, but he says that it's not a true solution, and I have no memory of what he's referring to, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But yeah, Ienzo is like, Demix, and Demix is like, hey, Zexion. No respect. He says that he feels like the organization has sweet-talked him, and that's why he's here. He says, apparently, I'm so off everyone's radar that I'm just the guy to handle a special delivery.
It's true.
It is very true.
Or
even I, as the player, every time he shows up, I'm like, all right, Demix.
Except for the fact that it does seem like Zenmist maybe, or no, it seems like Ansem Seeker of Darkness knows exactly what they're up to, potentially.
Maybe. We'll find out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of Ansem, it's a different Ansem, as Ansem the Wise walks in through the corridor of darkness and says, hello, little Ienzo.
He says, well met, little Ienzo.
Well met.
Which made me write down that he's a D&D motherfucker.
Hail and well met, Ienzo. Dylan and Alias run in, and they say nothing.
Say nothing. They just look around meaningfully.
We couldn't get their voice actors in this time around, I guess.
I mean, these are the two characters whose names I can never remember because they don't matter and they're not characters.
Yeah, I would love it if they were, but they're not, and they don't even get any voice acting in this game. I mean, speaking of Oblivion, they're literally just like in the background, like alternating emotions on their faces, like the Oblivion Speechcraft minigame.
Saw a mud crab the other day.
Horrible creatures.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm of the opinion that I'm glad they're not characters because there's too many characters.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm still unsure what to think of Ienzo because it really felt, as I've said, that some of the reports were implying some malicious intent by young Ienzo, but it feels like we've maybe retconned that, or maybe I was just reading too much into it, but he seems very genuine here as he's like holding back tears, and he's like, they told me you went mad, I shouldn't have believed them, I was just a boy, I'm so sorry, master. And Ansem's like, no, it's I was your mentor and I let you down. And then we cut to Dylan and Alias just looking like they're having feelings.
But not saying anything.
Yeah, Dylan says, and Alias is like...
Yeah, there's some eyebrow movement in there. Well, I think Ienzo still has mysterious origins and might have been like a spooky kid because of those things, but it doesn't mean he's necessarily bad.
Yeah. Yeah, there was something about like his parents like were scientists who died mysteriously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always on Ienzo.
He's Peter
watch.
Parker.
He's Peter Parker. It also needs to be said, we give Vexen some shit, but Alias has a severe case of bad face.
Yeah, I think it's fine because I don't see him because he doesn't exist.
Let's keep it that way. Demix gets everyone back on track and says, hey, I brought you this corpse.
You're welcome.
I brought you a haunted mannequin. Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
We go to, of all places, Castle Oblivion.
Yeah, I kind of figured we would be going here. I was surprised it was so straightforward to get here, though.
It's just, yeah, we really do just show up here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're on the spooky winding road through the realm between that we saw at the beginning of Chain of Memories. And, you know, Sora is like, come on, Aqua, you should get some rest. But she's like, no. I'm like 10 years late to wake Ventus up as it is. I like when she says, "I'm in for an earful."
Yeah.
From Ventus. Okay. You let me sleep for way too long, Aqua.
Yeah.
I'm really peeved at you.
I think it's funny because it's like, Ventus isn't going to have any concept of what's been going on, really.
Yeah, unclear. There's a weird moment here. I mean, I say it's weird. I do like it. I think it's good, but it is also weird. Mm-hmm. Kingdom Hearts. Where Aqua is like looking up at Castle Oblivion and she's kind of just silently feeling her feelings for a moment. And Donald is just standing next to her, getting more and more impatient.
I liked this because it felt like this is me as well when people in Kingdom Hearts just start doing inexplicable stuff that will Deus Ex Machina something. And so he was just expressing my feelings.
And then I'm Goofy, grabbing you by the mouth to shut you up before you can criticize the scene.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I would never do that. She uses the Master's Defender.
It's a meme where it's like, I'm the fake fan and you're the true fan, and I'm Donald and you're Goofy.
The irony of me absolutely just completely talking over you after I said that I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm going to say that it's the internet connection.
It's the internet, it's the flies. The flies are they're in the brain and they're
oh no.
They're eating their way through the speech centers and the hearing centers, but you got to finish the podcast.
She uses the Master's Defender Keyblade to disable the castle's transformation. I can't remember how they did it in Birth by Sleep, but it's a really cool effect here.
Yeah.
They like slide a projection of the Land of Departure on top of the castle.
Yeah, it looks really neat, and apparently also brings back sunlight. That's a big deal, what happens here.
Yeah, I think we talked about this at the end of Birth by Sleep, is the fact that the transformation from Land of Departure to Castle Oblivion made the sky turn from sunny and blue to darkness and void. It kind of implies that the Land of Departure has some sort of like protective bubble or something that it's sending out.
Yeah, it's like it's its own little like pocket universe or something.
Yeah, we have been told that it's very, very important to the Keyblade wielders as a structure of whatever kind they are. But yeah, we still don't know too much about it.
No.
They run inside and go upstairs. It is worth mentioning that you do get to run around very briefly inside the Land of Departure, which means that you can, and most players do, go upstairs and then before it goes into a cutscene, take a selfie while Ventus is sleeping in the background.
That's good. I like that.
And yeah, they run over. Aqua gives him a hug and apologizes for taking so long, but he's not waking up, and she starts to worry that his heart never found its way back. But before we can think too much about that, neat trick. No wonder no one could find him.
This guy.
It's sicko Haley Joel Osment.
I love him doing this voice.
I like when he says, "Surely you won't begrudge me a moment with my brother."
Although I was like, you're not brothers. You're like, I don't know what your relation is, but it's not brother.
You're him if he was an asshole.
Yeah, yeah. With a different guy's face.
You're the darkness from him Riven.
That's right.
Sora charges at him, but he teleports behind him and says, "Nothing personnel, kid." He like perches on the back. He's such a fucking like MySpace twisted sicko. Welcome to my twisted mind.
He's Shadow the Hedgehog.
He's Shadow the Hedgehog, but if Shadow was like enjoying being evil. Right,
instead of Shadow's not happy about anything, huh?
No. And that's never going to change at this rate.
No.
Vanitas perches on the back of Ventus's chair and says, "So Venti Wenti wants to keep sleeping." I feel like this isn't the first time we've heard Venti Wenti.
No. It does feel like Haley's going kind of full Joker, which I think lines up okay, time-wise. Yeah. Well, it's several years late, but that hasn't stopped people from doing the Joker.
No, not at all. Aqua insists that she be the one to fight Vanitas because she's like, I need to show you that I do things besides just get owned in the realm of darkness for 10 years. I am a Keyblade master, for the record.
Yeah.
And she proves that by making a boss fight barrier, which is an elite technique.
Sora can't do it.
Nope, and he never will. Because if Sora can control boss fight barriers, then the whole game is screwed up.
Right. Yeah, and his murder count's going to get way too high.
We fight Vanitas as Aqua, and we win, but then we go into cutscenes, and Vanitas just loses interest in the fight and starts... I hate this game. I hate this scene.
This sucks.
This is so
I hated this
stupid.
too. Why did they do this?
I forgot this happened.
Why'd they do this?
I know that it happens so that what happens next can happen, but god damn it, this is so stupid.
Just do it a different way.
Do it a different way. Vanitas starts firing huge fireballs at the direction of Ventus to try to break the barrier, and it starts to crack. So Aqua, with all due respect, stupidly jumps in the way with her arms outstretched as if to say, "No, I'll die."
Yeah, she Piccolos when Piccolo saved Gohan and got all blasted.
God, it's so unnecessary. Like, yeah, if you want him to break the barrier and incapacitate Aqua so the thing that happens next can happen, just have him overpower her normally. Don't make her be like, I forgot how to block!
Yeah, I mean, I think what they're trying to do is avoid having her get beat in combat, because that's maybe worse, but...
No, this is worse.
But I think this is worse because she just looks dumb, because she just made a big barrier and then she just takes a blast to the face.
Especially, they have an out here. She just came back from the Realm of Darkness after 10 years.
Yeah.
She just got her ass kicked by Sora.
Right, and I would prefer if it was something like Vanitas cheats somehow and gets her, like, at a disadvantage, and that's when they have to try to step in. Something that isn't, like, her just getting owned, you know?
Yeah, or even, like, I don't know, he teleports out of the barrier, and she has to take it down, and then... No, I guess that wouldn't solve... There's got to be a better way for her to get KO'd.
Yeah. Anyway, this sucks.
Yeah, this sucks. She just blocks it with her body and gets hit, and she's knocked down, and Vanitas is going to strike the killing blow, but Sora feels Ventus's heart resonating inside of his, and in the Station of Awakening, Ventus tells Sora to wake him up using the power of waking. You never lost it. It's just sleeping, waiting for you to call on it. And Sora calls on it with all his heart, like Hercules told him to 1,000 years ago in this game. And he appears in his own heart and uses his Keyblade to unlock it, which releases the stained glass of Sora and reveals the stained glass of Ventus, which he also unlocks. And Ventus says, "Thanks for keeping me safe." And he flies out of Sora and into his own body. And he wakes up, and he jumps at Vanitas, and their Keyblades clash, and there's a big shockwave of light and darkness that shatters the barrier, but it doesn't create the Keyblade, because that...
What?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
don't know why it doesn't.
They didn't fight enough, I guess.
I guess maybe it's like one method works one time.
Could be, or Ventus isn't, like, powered up enough yet for it to work.
That's true. Vanitas did need to send him to the gym for the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's been sleeping for like 10 years, so he's atrophied quite a bit.
Yep.
But yeah, Ventus is awake, and I think this is great when Sora, Donald, and Goofy run in to help, and Vanitas backs off and he says, 3 Guardians is more than I care to face, which is absolute disrespect for Donald and Goofy.
Well, they're not real Guardians, right?
I know that they're not, but it's like, he's counting knocked out Aqua as an opponent and not Donald and Goofy.
Yeah, well, they should learn to use a Keyblade.
To be fair, famously, they become very useless as the games progress.
Yeah.
Sora becomes way stronger than them in every game, and then the main thing that they can do is use Cure or Ethers.
It's nice that you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 4, they'll get their Keyblades, and they'll become stronger than Sora, finally.
Mm-hmm.
They've got more combat experience anyway. Goofy's the captain of the guard.
Right.
Mickey wouldn't appoint Goofy as captain of the guard if he wasn't very strong, so...
I'm nodding.
Yeah, me too. I agree. Anyway, Vanitas leaves. Ventus helps Aqua up, and Sora's like, "Oh, you okay?" And she says, "Yeah, I'm fine, Sora." And Ventus hears the name Sora, and he's like, "What? Sora?" And he looks at Sora, and he sees Sora giving an incredible vacant smile.
Huh?
And then he sees a brief flash of Vanitas, and he's like, "Oh my god, you look exactly the same," which I will say, that maybe worked a little bit better in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Sora does not look that much like Vanitas anymore, but whatever. He's like, you're Vanitas if he was nice. And Sora's like, huh? He doesn't say that. They shake hands, and he says, call me Ven. And Aqua says, good morning, Ven. And yay.
Hooray. Yeah.
Ventus and Aqua are fine, and Terra is somewhere.
Yeah, I still think that's, like, other than Aqua getting owned, this is still a pretty cool sequence. The way you get to fight as Aqua for a while is neat, and Vanitas is a cool boss as well.
He is one of the more fun bosses to fight. I also just realized how they could have made that work without Aqua seeming incompetent.
How's that?
Is if Vanitas, they're fighting, and Aqua's got the upper hand, but then Vanitas is like, let's see how you handle this. And then he summons some balls that fly around.
Perfect. Can't beat that.
And then it's like a callback to the Mark of Mastery exam.
Mm-hmm.
And then they become dark balls. And she's like, I don't know what to do about that. And then she gets knocked out.
I mean,
and then she has her title as Keyblade Master stripped from her.
I mean, those balls are how you determine who is a Keyblade Master, so they must be pretty formidable.
All the Guardians of Light plus Donald and Goofy gather in Yensid's tower. Let's do a roll call. We got Ventus, we got Aqua, Riku, Mickey, Sora, Kairi, and Axel. 7 Guardians of Light and Donald and Goofy are also here as well. Time to go fight the organization, giving them exactly what they want.
Right.
We win.
Yeah, hooray. This is where I sent you my notes about how this is it made me think of, like, end of Star Wars, where people are standing around getting medals, or just like Game Master Anthony shit going on here, like the gang's all here.
The Game Master Anthony moment, though, is when Jiminy Cricket shows up in a little bit.
When Jiminy shows up here, yes, yeah.
So Yensid, it is very Star Wars, everyone's getting medals moment, where Yensid is like, thank you to everyone who helped rescue Aqua and Ventus. Aqua and Ventus, welcome to the team. He also, like, commends Kairi and Axel on their Keybladeism, and he says thank you to Donald and Goofy for always being true friends, and he says thank you to Jiminy for being a really good journalist.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone claps.
Everyone claps, and Boss Gungan lifts the big shiny orb over his head.
That would be good. Maybe in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Maybe.
Star Wars will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy and Donald also point out to Aqua that Riku and Mickey have become Keyblade Masters now, and that Sora hasn't, and they all laugh at Sora. And Aqua's like, oh, Sora, you haven't changed a bit. And Sora's like, what? We've met? And she says, that's fine if you don't remember. This is where Axel is like, ahem.
Also,
and Yensid's like, yes, they're also cool.
This pissed me off because Sora literally has the power of waking now. And so he should be
what the hell?
He should be a Keyblade Master now.
Yeah. That's messed up now that you mention it. I didn't even think about that.
He's like saved Mickey and Riku, who are supposed to be stronger than him, and he has the power of waking. He's completed everything he needed to do. I mean, I feel like it's maybe like they're worried Sora won't keep working harder or something stupid, you know?
Maybe that's just how much they have destroyed Sora's self-esteem over the course of this game, is that he doesn't even realize that he could just be like, hey, Yensid, I figured it out. I'm a Keyblade Master now, right?
Right. No, it's the I think they do this in Dragon Ball with Goku, where they always have to tell him there's someone stronger for him to fight, so he'll keep getting stronger.
And so there can be more episodes.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Lee/Axel complains a lot here, and he basically just says out loud that these games are too complicated.
This is a funny moment. He just keeps getting owned and humiliated in this scene, much like Sora, because he's like trying to introduce himself to all the new heroes, and he's like, future Keyblade Master, and Aqua's like, Kairi? Is that you?
Yeah, I did like this. This is okay.
She looks at Kairi's pendant, and she's like, oh my god, I can't believe it's really you. And Mickey's like, what do you mean? And this is so funny that Aqua's like, do you remember that little girl that we protected that one time? And Mickey's like, oh gosh, it was you?
Wow, it's almost like that doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Kairi, I don't know if this is important, but Kairi specifically says, I'm sorry I don't remember you. My memories from back then are very hazy. And Aqua says, well, that's okay. You were very little. You wouldn't remember hazy memories or no. And it feels like they're drawing an intentional distinction between she was too young to remember and she can't remember. And I don't know if that's on purpose.
Yeah, I wonder, because Kyrie is obviously special because she's like a princess of light and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say if that's...
Yeah, I guess we're on Kyrie watch.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice, right?
There's going to be a cutscene that takes place between Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 1 where someone just bonks her on the head.
Yeah, we find out that she's like been a replica the whole time and the real Kyrie's somewhere else. Yeah.
It was Data. The Data did it. Axel becomes very indignant about not being the main character for this scene, and he's like, "How do I fit into all this, guys?" He says, and I quote, "Ven looks just like Roxas, or does Roxas look just like Ven? Now I have to explain all of that to him, which is in itself a crazy long story, and apparently everybody already knows everyone, and this is an insane amount to get memorized."
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this is like a very, like, we've made these games stupid and complicated. Listen to a character actually complain about it.
Yes, Axel in this moment is anyone who didn't play every game.
Yeah.
And Ventus just smiles and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that, Lee." And Axel's like, "You remember me?" And Ven says, "Of course, we're friends." And then Jiminy Cricket pops out of Sora's hood and Axel goes, "Huh? Now who?" Which is very funny.
That's right, Axel. Axel's just me.
You're telling me that you've been carrying a big cricket around in your hood this whole time? Yep, the whole time. All these years, yes.
And he's writing down everything I say? That sucks.
He's typing it into a smartphone.
Yeah.
Which, Jiminy, I somehow this never registered in my brain before. Jiminy tells all the Guardians of Light that he has distributed gummy phones for all of them, including summaries of his journals so they can all get up to speed.
Wow. Jiminy Cricket tech genius.
Yeah, I mean, in the game, you can open the Jiminy Journal phone app, and it does have little summaries of each game, so I'm assuming that those are diegetic.
Yeah, must be.
I guess so. There needs to be a scene of Axel just scrolling through the phone, getting more and more irritated.
Just
I'm not gonna remember any of this shit.
Just blast the phone.
Sorry, that's not what he would say. "I'm never gonna get all this memorized."
Yeah, that's correct.
There we go. Sora is a little bit sad because Roxas, Naminé, and Terra are not here, but Riku says, "Well, Terra's got to be with the organization, so we just got to go fight them." Ventus points out that he promised to be there for him when he needs help, which happened in Radiant Garden and Birth by Sleep. And Kyrie says she's still got Naminé's heart. Axel says he'll bring Roxas back. And Goofy and Donald... Well, no. Goofy tells Sora that he and Donald will always have his back no matter what. And Donald does agree, for what it's worth.
Yeah. They're friends.
He says they're a whole pint together, which is a joke that they came up with while working on this game, I guess, and they really, really liked it.
Yeah, they were eating gallons and gallons of sea salt ice cream and as pints, and
that probably is why they were thinking about pints so much.
Probably, yeah.
Yen Sid says the most hilariously false line, which is, "You might say that we have 9 Guardians with Donald and Goofy."
But I wouldn't say that, because that'd be hilarious.
I guess you might say that, Yen Sid. I wouldn't.
No.
I mean, I love the guys, but what are they going to do? Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine a scene where it's like, "Sora, you take young Xehanort. Donald will handle Xemnas, and I'll handle Ansem, Seeker of Darkness."
I don't know, that sounds pretty good to me.
Sora's like, "All right, I'll count on you guys." And he runs in to fight young Xehanort, and then he just hears...
two corpses land at his feet, yeah.
Well, I believed in my friends, and look where that got me. So everyone is going to take tonight to rest, and tomorrow they will be going to the fated place. I wonder where that could be.
I wonder. Yeah, I don't want Roxas, Terra, and Naminé to be back. Then it's just way too many people. This is already too many people. I don't know if this is like a me. It is a me thing, I guess. When casts of characters that you're supposed to care about start getting too big, I just don't like it, because you just can't possibly do enough to characterize all the characters, you know?
Unless we get to the end of this game and it's like the credits are rolling and there's like scenes playing out on the side and it's like wow, Naminé, Terra, and Roxas, you're really moving to Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be fine.
We're gonna make our own way in the world, Sora.
For me, it's like the, by the time you get to end of, like, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, there's, like, I don't know, like 20 different, like, hero characters you're supposed to care about, and only, like, half of them are any good. And, I don't know, I also hated Avengers Endgame. I'm just not a big fan of all these characters you can't keep track of show up for the big fight thing.
I can't relate. I've been reading the light novels of Ascendance of a Bookworm, and those books have about 500,000 characters, and I love them all.
Nah, not me. I want, like, 5 good characters.
Well, you're shit out of luck,
yep.
Because you're gonna have 13 important characters and 7 important characters for a total of 20 important characters. The most important number there is.
If that's all it was, that'd be fine. But there's all these there's all these little extra guys that pop out of my hood.
You were gonna say there's all these Ansems.
All these amps. Yeah, there are too many Ansems. It's true.
Ventus and Aqua walk outside and they look at the stars together, just like old times. And Ventus, to your question from earlier about what does he understand has happened, he's like, oh, I feel like I've gone on all these amazing adventures. Like, I dreamed about you and Terra. I dreamed about Sora and his friends. I dreamed about a bunch of people I don't recognize, plus all these weird animal creatures.
I loved hearing weird animal creatures. That's so good. They are weird animal creatures. They are weird animal creatures.
That's what they should have been called. All right, Sora, I'm going to teach you how you can make your own weird animal creatures in the Weird Animal Creatures menu.
Oh, shit. I thought... Oh, they were talking about the Dream Eaters. I thought they were talking about Donald and Goofy. Which... Because they are.
They are weird animal creatures. That had not occurred to me.
You're probably right. It's the Dream Eaters. I thought it was about Donald and Goofy and Mickey. But he was friends with Mickey, so never mind. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, don't forget, Ventus was in Union Cross time, so he might be talking about the foretellers.
He's talking about
Chirithes.
Dark Chirithy. Yeah.
Aqua says she's been through a lot, too. She specifically says, I have also been to a bunch of worlds. And I think she is specifically talking about just the plot of Birth by Sleep.
I mean, she went to a lot more worlds than I have been to in that game.
Yeah. It was a weird moment to be like, oh yeah, like they have not like caught up on what happened during Birth by Sleep yet.
No, none of them had the whole picture in that game.
It never happened.
No.
They're gonna save Terra and they're all gonna like go out for coffee or something. And they're just like sitting at a Starbucks and it's like, okay, so I'll go first. I met this guy, Zach, and the others are like, you met Zach?
Yeah, and like they kind of know that, but they only know it like third hand. They don't know what happened.
And then I knocked over the treasure chest and all the treasure spilled out. Oh my god, that's why it was empty!
And we both thought you were some sort of murderer, Terra.
Yeah, well, yeah. I kind of thought that too.
I guess I wasn't a murderer.
Oh, so you're telling me I didn't kill that girl? How nice.
Good to hear.
I guess we'll find out if what's his name has gotten any better at doing that voice.
He's better when he's being evil in my memory.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, they both take out their wayfinders and say that once Terra's back, they're gonna have to share stories, and that's where we're stopping for this week.
Yeah, they say things will be back to normal, so they'll be hitting big balls to make Ventus a Keyblade Master in no time.
Things will be back to normal. We'll be playing Fruit Ball for hours on end.
All right.
They're going to go back to Disney Town and be like, is Fruit Ball still here? No, we had to dismantle the Fruit Ball court because nobody liked it. Damn it.
We still have the weird musical ice cream machine.
But it's pretty run down. All the ice cream is like rusty from the metal pipes that it's launched out of.
What was the special ice cream Aqua got?
Oh, Royal Berry?
Royal Berry, yeah.
Glad I remember this shit off the top of my head. This is what I've dedicated my brain space to.
I mean, for me it's like, I don't know, D&D stats or whatever. So we all do it.
It's the ice cream flavor from Birth by Sleep, and it's the factions of all the characters in Ascendance of a Bookworm. But yeah, good Kingdom Hearts this week. We're done with the Disney World, so I think it's all going to be good, I hope.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Other than Aqua getting blasted, it was pretty solid, and then me having to confront how many goddamn characters there are.
Yeah, well, hopefully some people die in the final
God,
show.
I hope so. Yeah.
Shall we dive to the wiki?
Yeah, let's do it.
I said last time that we were going to read about Zyrock, but I had forgotten that I had bookmarked Deneva Grey.
So Deneva Grey, I'm assuming, so Vector Grey and Aqua Grey were like the ones that had all their like the Metallica songs, right? For their themes?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Well, could you just read the opening paragraph of Deneva Grey's article and tell us about her?
Deneva Grey is a fictional character from the Kingdom Hearts Legacy 2 and Kingdom Hearts Shades of Grey universes. She is the daughter of Vector Grey and Aqua Grey. And is an accomplished flutist. Huh, that's funny. And mercenary. She fights using the...
Many people are.
Huh? Yeah.
Many people are both of those things.
I meant that it's just funny it doesn't say flautist.
True.
She fights using the Flute of Souls and her family's ancestral blade, the Doppelganger. Deneva normally refuses to side with light or darkness, but blood ties can override anything, ...
Ominous. Deneva Grey, Kana Denebugure, type human, role mercenary, captain of the Ebon Dawn, homeworld Port Royal, weapon Doppelganger, which is referred to as a rapier/cutlass/katana.
Those are different things.
Those are incredibly different things. I don't think it can be all of those.
A rapier and cutlass can be kind of close. Katana, way off.
And then the Flute of Souls. Her attributes are wind, reflect, and thunder.
Okay.
Deneva Grey has just beyond shoulder-length red hair, dark green eyes, and a moderately pale complexion, which I assume means gray. She stands at roughly 5 feet 7 inches tall and often wears bright blue or silver clothes, those being her favorite colors. Do we want to learn about her origin story?
Yes.
Deneva Grey was born on November 14th in Port Royal, external link. Oh, to just Kingdom Hearts Wiki Port Royal.
Yeah.
In an alternate timeline, at roughly the same time Sora, Link, was finishing off Organization 13. From a young age, it was clear that Deneva had a talent and passion for music, particularly the flute. But like her parents, was also skilled in swordplay. 3 years after she was born, her parents gave birth to a boy whom they named Alastor. Alastor? Don't know. Over the years, Deneva became renowned throughout the worlds as a skilled flutist, an occasional mercenary in the service of Port Royal. Alastor was sadly devoured by the Heartless during a family visit to Hollow Bastion.
Oh no.
Oh no! Damn it! Aqua and Vector were both injured fighting a trio of dark sides, and Deneva was barely able to keep herself and her parents alive. This was but one of the numerous events that foreshadowed Deneva's eventual refusal to align with any one side. Why?
I don't know. Well, it's because the middle path is the best path, right? Like the end of...
My brother was eaten by darkness. I'll never side with light.
Yeah, it's the end of Game of Thrones, you know? Yeah. If no one's happy, we must be doing something right.
That's so true.
It's so true. Let's see.
I like Chronal Warp.
Okay. Shortly after her 16th birthday, Deneva was caught in a temporal storm in deep space. Parentheses, not the world.
Not the world.
Before anything could be done, she and her ship, the Ebon Dawn, were thrown into an alternate reality, Kingdom Hearts Legacy 2. Not knowing how to return, but vowing to do so all the same, Deneva set off for the Kingdom Hearts Legacy Twilight Town to look for answers.
Having arrived in the KHL2 universe via a temporal anomaly linked to Moonbeam Roads, Deneva goes to Twilight Town and encounters this universe's versions of her father, Vector Grey, parentheses, oh no, just regular Vector Grey, and Troisnix Etienne!
Woo!
Always hanging over this wiki.
All right.
Can we get some quotes?
Yeah, here's the good stuff. Let's hear some battle quotes. The bell tolls for thee! Just before using Bells of Dread. Can you hear me now? Just before using Melody of Darkness.
Well, now hold on.
Yeah. Let's tear it up! Just before using Orchestral Razor. Let's give it a whirl! Just before using Tornado.
Pretty bad.
Just before spinning the wheel. Starting to hurt yet? When using Reflega. Booyah! When dealing the finishing blow.
What a thing to hear when you're killed.
Let's crank it up to 11! Just before using symphonic maelstrom, so she's making a Spinal Tap reference. That's interesting.
Nice.
All the kids will get it. You want to give me some victory quotes?
How lame can you get? You've just been wasting my time, haven't you? How underwhelming. Are you mocking me? I pity you. But then if she's defeated, holy crap. No! Just before finishing blow is dealt. Aw, crap.
I'm going to give you an out-of-battle quote here.
Aw, crap, I died!
Oh, beans. Out-of-battle quotes. Dad, is that you? Long story short, I'm your daughter in another reality. If you want proof, then quiz me on family history.
Okay, fine.
More later.
What's your mom's name? Aqua. Wrong. Shit, I shouldn't have tried for a quiz from an alternate reality.
Oh no.
Okay, give me another one. I swear that was just bad luck. Personality. Deneva is in many ways the polar opposite of her father at that age. Oh, great. Yeah, I know exactly what Vector Gray was like at her age, which I also don't know what it is at this point, but thank you. Indeed, she has been repeatedly described as a, quote, female red-headed Sora with a shape-changing sword and a flute.
Oh, so the sword does change. Okay.
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 Ooh, I like the phrase, in the service of HRM King Mickey.
Oh, his romantic... Yeah, okay.
And I thought Donald was a pathetic monarchist.
Yeah. Let me give you some etymology for Deneva.
Oh, okay, please.
Deneva, pronounced Deneva, stress is equal on the first and last syllables, was chosen for the character's name because I felt like it. And because she's named after an awesome Claymore character.
Okay, I feel like that's the actual reason.
Gray is the color that's roughly a median between white and black. In this case, light and darkness. Oh! Since the Greys have rarely been firmly aligned to either group, but indeed have fought with and given aid to both, it is a fitting surname. In general, though, they will refuse to aid the Silver of Nothingness because they are a family of Twilight.
Oh.
Can we hear better themes?
This is the only thing anyone really cares about.
Yeah.
In KHL2, Deneva's theme song is Up is Down, composed by Hans Zimmer.
Okay. Up is...
What is that from?
Down, Hans Zimmer. It's from Pirates of the Caribbean 3, because she's from Port Royal.
Oh, of course. Her Standal Battle theme is the Deep End from the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. Great track. However, she is one of very few characters in Kingdom Hearts to have a different song played during her limit break, which is more like a trance mode anyway. Megadeth's Symphony of Destruction!
Hell yeah. I'm glad I was worried it wasn't going to be any like metal bands from the 90s and 2000s. But we got there.
Are there any of these quotes? Which is... I think we do two short quotes for Wish Us Duck. This is Wish Us Duck.
Okay.
I want to hear a booyah and I want to hear an aw crap.
Okay.
Let me give him a go.
That's pretty good. Okay.
That was a good one.
Thanks. That actually felt okay.
That was a good aw crap.
Yeah.
That's it for this week. Next time we are going to be talking about... Oh, I feel like now that it's not Disney Worlds, I shouldn't say exactly what they are.
Yeah, a mystery.
A mystery.
They're going to the appointed place or whatever.
The fated place. Yeah. We are on co-host at Sounds About Light. I'm on co-host at Positive Stress. You can listen to my other podcast, Dr. Huh, where we are going to be talking next week about the Tsuranga Conundrum, which has a freaky little guy in it. And you get to watch him get launched at a wall and get hurt.
I love a freaky little guy. You can find me on co-host at Achilles Heelys. You can hear me on the F Plus and Extra Credit as Achilles Heelys. We're the same person. And yeah,
that explains so much.
Yeah, it does, huh? And all those other times we've talked. And yeah, I don't know. There's still a recent F Plus episode out. Go check it out.
We're hosted on noisepace.xyz. Thank you to Noisepace. You can check out other podcasts like Prime Cuts, Pod Agreed, Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses. All manner of podcasts are there. Not all of them. We don't have like Joe Rogan and stuff like that. So, all things considered, it's a very narrow type of podcast, actually. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no $1 million podcast that destroy brains and economies or whatever.
We're working on it. Matt is trying so hard to recruit Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope he does it.
We'll get him. We'll get him. But for now, D-Blade.
D-Blade.
Bye.
Bye.
What? Quiet, you dunce! But dude, why would you pick me?
I cannot let the Chosen catch wind of this, understand?
Oh, I see. It's because I got benched.
I got benched too!
What? Hey, quiet!